Today we're going to be talking about something a little different that I managed to pull out the deep depths of my memory: Celebrity Deathmatch. Oh man, this show just screams 2000s era to me. Celebrity Deathmatch was this crazy stop motion claymated series created by Eric Fogel for MTV back on May 14, 1998 and ended on June 6, 2002, airing for 75 episodes. This show was broadcasted in Germany on June 21, 2001, but for some reason it was poorly received and the show ended up being cancelled by the end of that year, with some people saying Germany was the entire reason the show ended. I guess those Germans had no sense of humor, bruh. Now in 2005, MTV2 announced the revival of the show as part of their Friday programming block, but this time around, Eric Fogel wouldn't have anything to do with the show, and this is when things changed. The show aired on June 10, 2006, and the premiere drew over 2.5 million viewers, becoming MTV2's highest rated season premiere ever. It's 2006, your boy Wanswrld is 8 years old, and I turn on MTV2 and see some of my favorite actors and rappers literally fighting to the death in clay animation. This was absolute fire. I had seen nothing like this show at the time. The show's main characters were the commentators, one being Johnny and the other being Nick. Johnny was more on the professional side, but Nick was perceived as an alcoholic and was the one always messing things up. Despite this, Nick has actually participated in and won several death matches himself, so my guy was a certified G. Now Mills Lane was the official referee of the death matches. He would always start every match with that iconic "Let's get it on!" And throughout the series, while whoever in the ring is fighting, whenever they pull out these crazy objects to up their chances of winning, he would always say, "I'll allow it," just letting us know anything goes. Because keep in mind, if you lose, that's Davy Jones' locker for eternity, bruh. Another really cool thing about this show was that it featured some of my favorite WWE superstars. Keep in mind, this was in 2006, and I was still stoked on WWE. My favorite wrestler of all time is Kane, by the way. He was so fucking cool, man. But anyways, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Mr. Can I Get a Hell Yeah, would frequently appear in the show because he was a guest commentator. Also the scientist, doctor, and weapons expert on the show. He would also hop in the ring with Vince McMahon himself, and of course he won. And we see in season 3, episode 13, they dedicated an entire episode to WWE superstars. This was freaking amazing and hilarious. This episode opens up with Mick Foley, a freaking icon and legend in the wrestling scene. He narrates some of this episode and showcases some of his favorite fights from Celebrity Deathmatch that feature some WWE stars. One of the matches had featured Undertaker, and he was fighting this man named Captain Duty, a whole freaking demon. And it turns out this man can morph into other people, so he morphs into Nicky Jr., which was Nick's son, to try and mess with the Undertaker. And this man Nick can't do anything but watch, but the Undertaker ends up doing his signature move, the Tombstone Piledriver, and ends up defeating this demon.
You got rid of me this time, Undertaker!
But Captain Duty will return. He then possesses the freaking Snack Cart Man.
What the hell?
This show was funny as hell, and when this man Nick comes to the ring to save his son literally tells him he smells like crap. I can't make this up.
Wow, Daddy, you smell like duty.
Now with the success of this franchise, it was only a matter of time before they made a video game, because making a video game out of every successful show is always the move for these corporations to milk the series some more.
But this game
was different. So what do I mean by this? Well, the video game for this series released on PlayStation 2, the original Xbox, and Microsoft Windows on October 14, 2003. It's a Friday night in the 2000s, and I'm heading to the good old local Blockbuster to pick up some movies and hopefully rent a game with my family. Oh yeah, you guys around my age or older remember those days. So we get in the Blockbuster, and the first thing me and my brother will always do is run straight to the games. And this is when we seen Celebrity Deathmatch. Keep in mind we had already seen the show, so renting the game was a absolute must. We get it home, pop that bad boy in that beautiful, and I mean beautiful, black and green Xbox, and yeah, the game sucked donkey ball. but it sucked in a good way. Have you guys ever played a game that sucked in a good way? That's the only way I can explain this game. The graphics were disgusting. The movement was stiff like me at 7 in the morning. The main menu didn't offer much, and all around,
Whoa, I think I just figured something out, Beavis.
What?
This sucks.
the game just sucked. But I still found myself playing the entire time I rented it, because although almost everything about the game sucked, even though I can most certainly call this a gimmick, it was still entertaining somehow. Getting to beat on and tear these celebrities limb from limb was just fun to me, not to sound like a maniac or anything. But after I returned this game, I didn't feel disappointed, because that was the beauty of having Blockbuster. If a game or movie you rented was bad, it didn't really matter, because you were going to be returning it that next week anyways. But I say that to say, did you get a chance to enjoy this crazy show back in its run in the 2000s? Let me know down below, and let me know if you played this awful game back in the day, and if you enjoyed it or not. And also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out these other videos here on my channel. And until next time guys, peace.